So I wanted to do a brief video to show how to get the content hosted by the Career and Internship Center that is optional for your course. These are things like the internship learning agreement, midterm supervisor evaluation, resume and reflection paper, pretty much anything that you see right here in this module. And there's a few things that are good to do before importing this content. One of the biggest issues that I see when professors import content into their course is that they get duplicate content into the course and they're not really sure which is the most up-to-date content to use. So the first thing that I'd recommend doing is first looking at anything that you've customized. So if I had something like this introduction page that it was originally done by our department, if I made some customizations along the way and I wanted to keep those and make sure that those didn't get overwritten, or that at least that I could identify what those assignments were, I think it'd be a good idea to go in and just make a little note. So let's just say I say summer 2023, maybe I change the title to something like update. And so that I can recognize which assignments are which. And then what I would do for all these that will have the same name when they're imported, because all of these, if you have assignments that look like this, they're just going to have the same name and be imported into your course. What I would recommend doing is going into things like your assignments tab and just going through and getting rid of assignments. Also doing things like getting rid of pages. So for example, this template instruction from summer 23, I really don't need that. So get rid of that. This other introduction page, I'm not going to need. I've got my customized one right here. So let's get rid of that. It's not even a bad idea to go through and look at files and see if you've got a bunch of stuff in there that you don't need. In fact, it looks like on this one I have a copy of one of the syllabus resources that I'm just going to get rid of. So now that I have my course kind of ready for import, what I'm going to do is I am going to go into Canvas Commons. So it's over here on the left-hand side where you see this green bar. And what I'm going to do is search Utah Valley. That tends to give me the best results. And we've got a lot of different options here. So we've got our main Utah Valley University internship course template. Woodbury School of Business and School of the Arts actually have their own template as well. So if you are in one of those schools, I would recommend that you use one of these templates as opposed to this one. There's also, if you just wanted to import our midterm evaluation or our learning agreement, you have the option just to bring in those single assignments. So what I'll do is I'll go Utah Valley University internship course template. You'll see a lot of like multiple files right here. This is the only content that's going to be brought in. So if you see a bunch of pages in here, it's just some metadata. I wouldn't worry about that. This is all that'll be brought in. And then what I would say is import download, and then I would select the course, whether that be a single course or a cross listing, and select that, import it into the course, and within about 5 minutes, that content should show up into your course. Okay, now as you can see, we've got all this content imported into the course. And so pretty much what you're looking at, it looks almost identical to what you had before, but this is actually updated content. Fortunately, we deleted all that existing content before we brought it in. If you can remember the page that we created or that we edited that had some summer 23 update, if I go into pages, I can see it right there. So let's say I have this introduction page right here, and I want to bring in my own custom content here. Then what I can do is just go into my pages, go find this, and grab the information that I want. So, I cut and copy and paste all that, and then update that assignment. And then what I would do is just go in and double check that your availability dates, and as far as point values, those are all up to your liking that you can adjust those. What you will notice here is that the required content, so the supervisor evaluation and the completion assessment, you don't see them in this course, and that's because they're automatically placed into your course uh, a couple weeks before the semester starts. Well, about 7 to 10 days before the semester starts, and so you'll just see that automatically show up into your course. Anyway, if you have any more questions, just contact us at the Career and Internship Center.